10 milligram calcium and 22 gram carbohydrates and 10 milligram phosphorus. And
this is more than we know about apples.
8 gram vitamin C and 7.8 gram vitamin B. Wow, it's a good fruit. And what's more, it's also good food for fat people because they have few calories. So you know, the people who are on diets often usually eat apples instead of meat, rice, or anything else. So you guys may try some apples this dinner. There's another interesting information. In some areas of China, for example, Hong Kong, apples have another name, snake fruit. Actually, it's a misunderstanding. In the past, when we talked about apples, the foreigners often used an English word, delicious. And Chinese thought it's the English name of apple, so we call it snake fruit. Snake in Chinese, 蛇. Snake. It's because delicious. 蛇. That's it. So it's another name. But the snake makes me think of another apple. The apple in the Bible.
Okay, now let's talk about something more interesting. He's too much maybe engineering students, so now let's switch to something more literally. The public usually think that the apple is the forbidden fruit, but actually in the Bible, it was not clearly said that the fruit is an apple. So why we have such an idea? Maybe because in the Latin language, the word apple and the word evil has a nearly identical pronunciation. So many painters draw the Eva holding an apple, and so this idea has seemed to be a common stereotype. And now let's review the story again, and they will act. The God created the world, and the Adam and his wife Eva. Adam and Eva and
Adam and Eve.
He's Adam.
I'm Adam, he's my wife.
And the God brought them to the Eden garden. And the God said to them, "You can surely eat of every tree of the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. Because if you eat them, you will surely die." And the couple remembered that verse, and the God left. But Satan, who dressed as a snake, is seducing the Eva. And the snake asked Eva, "Why don't you eat this fruit?" And Eva said, "Because the God told me if I eat them, I will surely die." And the snake told her that you will not die. The God forbidden you to eat them because He is afraid of you to know what is right and what is evil. And if you eat them, and you will know. And Eva was seduced, and he eat them. And what's more, he brought one to his husband, Adam, who and when Adam is eating the apple, the God is approaching, and he is very nervous and got cut. So nowadays, every day gets an Adam's apple. Yeah. And at last, they were driven off the Adam garden, and the story is over.